Lindsey, a tough side to play against. What did you think about today's performance?
I think considering there was a bit of squad rotation with 3 games in 8 days, I thought we showed determination, sheer grit, especially the second half to keep it at 0-0. Goal line clearance, which I'm quite happy about, and then Ballard in the first half hitting the crossbar. I think, great game against tough opposition.
Nice. And despite the scoreline, as the season is progressing, we're clearly growing into Tier 4. How do you feel the team has developed?
I think a lot of new faces around, and with training twice a week, we're learning how each other play, how Matt wants us to play, and I think you can see that on the pitch now that we're a group and we are knitted together. So hopefully we'll start getting a few more results.
Thank you, great. Matt, you've spoken previously about how everybody has a role within the squad, no matter how many minutes they play week in, week out. We did have some more squad rotation this week. How do you reflect on today?
Yeah, we've had plenty of squad rotation, because when you play 3 games in 8 days, which I know is the same for most Tier 4, Tier 3 sides this particular week, then it becomes that jigsaw piece where you're looking at which pieces fit which game. Also, we've got to look at rotating players just for general minutes to make sure they're ready for future what-ifs, keep them ticking over. So with that being one of the biggest challenges for any head coach, is to keep all 23 players plus happy and ready and fresh, then that's what we looked at doing today. And I thought for the first 10-15 minutes until we conceded that we were actually looking quite sharp. We asked questions of their back line. We got in behind a few times by playing round more often than not. Our arrival into the penalty box was positive. Just needed to look at the timing of our runs and the areas that we were occupying in that box to be able to make best use of getting around their back line. But the goal came at a time when maybe we were starting to build some sort of momentum away from home against a good Peterborough side, and that momentarily could burst your balloon. But what I'm really proud about in relation to the players is we're now getting good at handling those potential balloon bursting moments where it might just temporarily hit, but it doesn't necessarily dictate what happens for the remainder of the game. So we've shown some real character and resilience today in the way that we've held up, especially as it's a different starting 11. It's an 11 that have never played together. We're still, 8 games into the season, and partnerships there that we're forming on the job, which is a delight to see. But I have to give credit to Peterborough. They managed the game well, certainly from that second goal onwards, and the third goal was a great free kick. But we showed some strength and depth of character in the second half in the way that we held ourselves with 4 game changers coming into the game. So
nice. And how will you continue to pick up the momentum from a win against Solihull into next Sunday against Boldmere?
I don't think I'll have to, because I think it's about competition mindset. And of course we wanted to go as far and deep in the League Cup as possible, like we will do in every cup competition that we're in. But the players are not only buying into squad mentality, I'm also challenging them, and the staff are challenging them around the psychology of, okay, it's competition mentality. Which competition are we in now? We've tweaked some players, we may have rotated different pieces to that jigsaw, and because they're understanding the thought process that goes into these difficult decisions of who's starting, who's in the match day 16, and who might be either resting or playing with the reserves to keep their minutes high, then that makes our decisions not easy but easier. So yeah, mentality around the competition will be there for the league at home to Boldmere next Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.